What's up, Shuvu teens? It's Pastor Matt. Yeah, it's a spatula. So this week we're in a brand new book of the Torah, Sefer Shemot, the book of Exodus. And in this week's Torah portion, Parashat Shemot, something interesting happens that I want to remind you of. And that is, when the enemies of Israel, in this case Pharaoh and his people, tried to come against the children of Israel, it backfired. So what happened was Moses sees a burning bush in this week's Torah portion, and the burning bush is on fire, but it's not consumed. And our rabbis tell us, especially Rashi, that this is a sign that the Jewish people are being persecuted, but they're not consumed, that they're not being destroyed. So Pharaoh makes this ruling that the Israelites are going to be slaves, and he also makes a ruling that if there are any boys born, then you throw them in the river. It's a terrible, terrible thing. But God does something interesting. Every time a Jewish mom gives birth, Rashi says the reason that the language is used, that they became so numerous, it was like a swarm of insects. The reason this language is used is because every time an Israelite woman gave birth, she gave birth to 6 kids. Every single time there were 6 babies. That's insane. That's crazy. That's a lot of babies. You know, if every single mom is giving birth to 6 kids, the population growth is going to be explosive, and it's going to be exponential. And that's exactly what it was. And that's why Pharaoh was so scared about this. So I just want to use this as an object lesson for you. When the enemy tries to do something terrible, when he tries to get you down, or when maybe people who are mistreating you are trying to discourage you, just know that God is more powerful than any enemy that we can have. He's even more powerful than Satan, of course. I think sometimes we give Satan more credit than he deserves. God has a way of saying, no matter what the enemy has in mind for you, I am going to bless you in an exponential way. So remember the moms of the Israelites in Egypt. A lot of babies. A lot of victory. It was almost like God was raising up like an army of people. So the Bible says in the Brit Hadashah, in the New Testament, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. God's on our side, and that means we're in the majority. So be encouraged. No matter when bad things happen, you may be discouraged and you may be struck down, but you're not going to be destroyed. You're like the burning bush. You might be going through a fiery trial, but you're not going to be consumed by it. I think that's good news. So, Shuvu teens, Shabbat Shalom to you, and keep your head up. It's going to be okay. Pastor Matt, out.